Hi guys, welcome to another video by Optionables. So in this video, we are going to review the existing positions what we have, and then we are also going to see what are the adjustments we made for the existing positions. And finally, we are also going to discuss why did we make these adjustments. So these are the three parts which we'll be covering. So if I actually open the position book and show this to you, this looks pretty confusing because there are a lot of positions and you really don't understand what exactly is going on and which position is a hedge for which particular thing. And one more thing what we don't understand is which strategy is giving how much profit, because you see so many figures and everything gets very clumsy, right? So the thing is, here you can see today options overall, both Nifty as well as Banknifty put together, has given us a loss of 70,000. But that's fine because overall we still have a profit of 2 lakh, right? Okay, and so now I have opened Sensibull, and what you can see right here is that I have 4 trades that are totally open. So whatever positions we have, the whole thing can be actually consolidated into 4 trades alone, right? So the thing is, we'll focus on the right side later. First we'll be focusing on the left side, and what we get to see from this particular thing is that, so we have 2 trades open in Banknifty, that is one Banknifty ratio spread and one Banknifty calendar spread, and we have 2 more trades open in Nifty. So again, one Nifty is a calendar spread of September 9th as well as calendar spread of September 16th. Right, so we closed down certain positions which I'll be showing it to you later. So what you can know as of now is we have 2 trades in Nifty as well as 2 trades in Banknifty. So first we will start with Nifty trades. So I'll go one by one. So we have done adjustments in all 4 trades today. So first we'll be moving on with this particular Nifty trade. So the graph what you see right over here is after adjustment. So first we will have to go and see how it actually looked before adjustment. So I'll be quickly changing that just to give you an idea of how it looked before the adjustment, right? So this is how the chart actually looked when we started. So what you can see right over here is our break evens were pretty close. So our first break even came somewhere around 17,000, right? And Nifty was already at 16,938, which technically meant that any small up move, right, might actually make this cross our break even. So before we do the adjustment, it is really important for us to understand what is the sentiment around and how that is going to affect us. So for that, we will have to do some amount of technical analysis, as well as we will have to do a lot of study on the OI, and I'll be showing you what the data we got suggested and what adjustments we did later on. So now let's go to the OI chart from Sensibull and we will take a look at Nifty. What we get to see right over here is that too especially for this week expiry, there is some strong amount of put writing happening. So what we see here is at 16,800 itself, there is around 41 lakh contracts added today. And we can see also some strong unwinding happening at 16,700, 800, 850 levels as well. Even certain contracts at the level of 16,900. So this is suggesting that in the short term, at least till 2nd of September, we can expect certain positivity in the market. So we might not see any huge down move in the market coming right away, right? So based on this, it clearly shows that the sentiments have turned positive, because even if you look at the change in OI, we see that totally 21 million puts were written today compared to 5 million calls, almost 4 times more. So people are writing put aggressively, suggesting that the markets might find support at the lower levels, right? So when we actually see the overall OI also, you can see on the put side there is such huge bars or such high bars of puts, right? So this is 4 million again over here, and 4 million again over here. But the same thing can't be told for call. So there's no big call writing happening anywhere apart from 17,000. And 16,900 short straddle if someone has done. So that is going to be really important level to watch out for, because 17,000 does look like a strong resistance, and we have some good support coming in at lower levels also. So for that reason being, we will have to see how this short straddle actually will turn out to be. Currently the sentiment is looking very positive for Nifty. So that is the reason we want little wider break evens for Nifty, right? So we are not expecting it to go to 16,521. So what we did right over here is we actually came out of this particular put buy leg 20 lots, and we also shorted this leg of 700 PE, furthermore 40 lots. So thereby making a break even around 16,600 on the downside. And now on the upside, wherever it goes, it really doesn't matter. So at least till 2nd of September, we are expecting 16,800 to be held. So we don't know, we might be completely wrong. And the thing is, once it starts moving towards 16,600, right, we are going to come out of the position. So we are not going to do any adjustments after this. Once it starts moving backwards, we are going to come out of this position. So since this is 9th September, we are hoping that the market will stay strong until 2nd of September. Post that, I don't know what will happen, right? So once it starts moving backwards, we are just going to exit. So once it breaks 16,800, I'm going to come out of this particular position. So what adjustments we did, we just added more puts right over here. So this is what I had done in the morning. So even with this, so there was a upper break even of 17,431. What I saw is, now just look at the lower break evens, it's at 591. But if I remove this particular put leg, right, you can see that the break even on the lower side has just changed by 20 points, but it doesn't come with upper break even at all. So can't I take extra 20-point risk just to lose my upper break even? And now wherever it goes doesn't really matter. I'm guaranteed to get around 1 lakh at least on the upside, right? On the downside, as I told you, if the market starts moving back towards 16,800, and the moment it breaks that, I'm going to give it. So I'm not going to wait it come till my break even. So that is the particular idea with this trade. Now we'll go to the second trade, and here again I'll show how it was before the adjustment and what adjustments we have done, right? So before the adjustment, it looked something similar to this. So we had already crossed our break even and we were well above our break even price. So the only adjustment I have done here is I have shorted some extra lots of 16,800 puts. Again, I'm not going to tell why, because the reason is simple. Nifty is looking very positive. So see my break evens right now, and later see what actually happens to our break evens once I end up shorting this. So the moment I actually take this position from 16,100 on the lower side, my break even is now shifted to 16,500, and this is 16th of September trade. And that's the reason here we haven't kept completely open on the upside. So even though it is more or less open, but we haven't kept it completely open, and we don't want to bring it very close also. So something like 16,600 or 700, because there is more time. And at 16,500, we do expect some strong support to come in. And here we will be doing further adjustments once it comes back towards 16,800. So we won't be closing any positions here. So we'll be adjusting this particular trade once it comes back towards 16,800. Whereas the other trade, the last one which we saw, we will be closing down all the trades once Nifty actually comes back towards 16,800. So that is the difference, because that is the closer expiry one and you won't have lot of room to adjust, whereas this is little more farther expiry, and even if it comes back, you can actually end up pushing this break even further down. So these two are the idea right now. One is exit one Nifty trade if it comes down below 16,800. 2 is adjust this Nifty trade if it comes down below 16,800. Now moving on to our third Bank Nifty ratio spread. So this was the initial position in our ratio spread. So you can see that I have basically gone long in one lot of 37,500 September end and gone short on 3 lots of 38,000 September end. So the idea is, as long as it remains below 38,400, which is still around 2,000 points, right, I am going to make some very good profits. That is a simple idea. And in case if it is ending below 38,000 and above 37,500, again then I am going to make some really good profits. So that was the whole idea. But what actually happened is, today Bank Nifty actually closed above 36,300, and 36,300 for Bank Nifty has turned out to be a very strong resistance in the previous few weeks as well. So here if I open Bank Nifty chart, so you can clearly see that this level has turned out to be some very strong resistance for Bank Nifty. And if Bank Nifty is able to break this and stay above at least for a week, so we are looking on weekly charts and even on daily charts, we do see that Bank Nifty has somewhat broken, and it has shown some really good strength, because it is a very big green candle what we are seeing, and it has shown some strength supported by some very strong put writing. So if I come to Bank Nifty OI, today itself there is some very strong put writing happening, and Bank Nifty has just not shot up, but it has shot up with some very strong put OI built up, right? So you can see that at 36,000 there is 1.4 million contracts added, and there is strong unwinding happening across from 35,300 all the way up till 36,100, right? And even at 36,200 there is not much of writing happening, and whereas put side you can see even at 36,300 there is some very strong put writing happening, suggesting a very positive sentiment for Bank Nifty. If it is able to sustain 36,300 for this particular week, then we can expect a huge up move in the coming days, right? So the moment it breaks 36,000, again it will be a cause of concern, because this will again turn out to be some very strong resistance. Again, the moment it breaks 36,000, we will be changing this particular trade. So now what we have done is, based on whatever we saw, right, I added some extra buy leg just for extra level of safety. So we added some extra buy leg right over here. So you can see that the break even has also increased, and during this particular up move we'll be getting some additional profits. But not just this, what I did along with this is shorted a lot of put legs of 34,500. So you can see at 34,500 I shorted lot of put legs, putting my lower break even to 34,200 and my upper break even to 39,000. From 38,200 I have now shifted it to 39,000, almost 3,000 points, because I am pretty positive on Bank Nifty if it is able to sustain 36,300 this particular week. So we can easily expect moves up till 37,000, right? So the thing is, as long as Bank Nifty is ending somewhere over here, we can expect a good 8 lakh profit, right? But if it is moving towards 38,000, then we will obviously bring in our puts closer to 36,000, right? So we'll see how all of this goes. But right now, this is what we have done. And once, let's say it comes below 36,000 again, in case if it is not able to hold 36,000 and it falls below, then we'll be exiting this particular put leg. So we will first consider exiting little, around 80 lots, and then maybe we'll exit the remaining lots as well. So that will be deciding based on how exactly it turns out to be, right? So that is this adjustment regarding the particular Bank Nifty trade. And the next adjustment regarding the calendar trade. So I hope this is clear, and in this we will only be adjusting once more if Bank Nifty falls below 36,000, or we will be adjusting once more if Bank Nifty is moving towards 37,500. So these are the only two times we will be adjusting, below 36,000 or above 37,500. So I'll keep you updated with what exactly is happening to each of these trades, right? So now we'll be moving on and discussing the last trade which we have, that is calendar spread of Banknifty. So I'll first show how it looked before adjustment, and then we'll talk about what adjustments have we done. So again, as I told you, we were expecting some very strong positive move in Banknifty if it is able to sustain this particular level, because after a long time we are seeing some breakout happening from Banknifty on daily chart, but the weekly chart time frame or weekly time frame is much better and much more supportive. Much better than a daily chart time frame is a weekly chart time frame, and it is much more supportive, right? So if weekly chart, if Banknifty is able to sustain above 35,300 on weekly chart, then we'll continue holding this trade, right? So what we did for this particular trade is, you can see that we had done a 36,000 short straddle, right? So what we have done here is basically we had our break evens at 35,100 as well as 37,100, 1,000 points on each side, 1,000 point upside, 1,000 point downside, and everything is a calendar. So what we did here is, we were since we were very bullish on Banknifty, so we actually shorted additional puts. This 40 lots became 80 lots, and we also got out of some of the put buy leg also. So you can see that the break even does not change very much when I actually come out of some put legs. So before making the adjustment, I mean to say before exiting this particular buy leg, so the break even on the downside was 35,300. Once I exit 30 lots of this, it will become 35,424. So which means it is increasing by almost 60 points. But on the upside, I am going to get a very good profit of somewhere around 5 to 6 lakh at least. So no matter where it goes, I'm going to get some pretty good profits on the upside. And my downside break even is around 35,500. But the important thing is, if it is not able to hold 36,000, I am going to exit this particular trade. No more adjustments, no more reversing of any trades. Exit this trade if it is not holding above 36,000. So I have just changed it to 6th of September because it is a Monday. Let's say the expiry happens above 36,000, and let's say Friday there is no big down move, and Monday let's say it falls towards 36,000. So if I make this to 36,000, what we see is on Monday we will have a loss of 1.03 lakh. That is okay because I have taken a very bullish view, and if my view goes wrong, I have to take the loss, and I will be booking this at maybe 1 lakh loss or 1.2 lakh loss. There are two things to note here. So the first thing is, if it comes below 36,200, if the move is below 36,200, then I am going to exit this 80 and make this into 40, right? And if the move is below 36,000, I am going to exit all the trades. So these two are the key levels which I'll be watching out for. Generally, we don't take such bias trade where we expect the market just to keep going up or keep going down. So it will be mostly neutral. But this time, I don't know. I am feeling that Banknifty might actually head up because it has not performed at all, and it is the only sector lagging. So, and today after it showed a strong up move of 700 points, breaking 36,200, and even open interest supporting it quite a lot. If it is able to sustain this on a weekly basis, then we can witness some up move coming in towards 37,000. In that case, this trade is going to be really amazing. We are going to get around 7 to 8 lakhs from this particular trade. So I also ended up closing some 35,500 short straddles as well as 16,700 short straddles of 2nd September. Again, tomorrow is Tuesday, which is 31st, and Wednesday we won't be trading. So for that reason, it shouldn't be a situation where you end up having to adjust on Wednesday. So that's the reason we just came out of it today with a very minor loss. So overall today we again had a loss of 68,000, and we'll hope for the best and see how exactly it turns out to be. So if the market actually ends up moving against us, we will come out of the positions, and the exit plan is also quite clear. So we won't be holding on to this trade if it is actually moving downwards. So as long as the sentiment is bullish and positive, we will hold on to the trades. So with that, I also come to the end of this video, and I really hope that you guys have liked this particular video and got to learn something from this, or what was the mindset behind our adjustments, or why exactly we did the adjustments. And I'll also be providing further updates on the community tab. So if you're liking the content on this channel, then please do hit the like button, share this with your friends, as well as subscribe. Thank you so much for joining.